Substitute Crooked Hillary and your pussy smells, bitch. Come down here and write me a check for $5 million, Hillary Rodham Clinton. What are you waiting for? You're not doing anything special today, Hillary Clinton. You lost an election 4 months ago. No, Hillary Clinton, you would pay off your Wall Street friends. You would pay off your Koch brother friends and leave your political opponent out in the dust to kick rocks and shit. And I'm gonna tell you what, kids, while I'm kicking some rocks and stuff, your election system's a joke, your economy's a front, and your Hillary Clinton's a smiling puppet for our crooked US government and stuff that's $20 trillion in debt and stuff. Hillary Clinton. You've had people killed, Hillary Clinton, for real, bitch. And me and Penguin aren't scared of you, like seriously, Hillary Clinton. Come down here, crooked Hillary. My Penguin thinks you belong in jail, Hillary Clinton. For real. And what's with you promising to throw Hillary in jail, Donald? And then you broke your promise and stuff. Oh, well, that's just business as usual in the crooked world of Washington and stuff. Donald Trump, you suck cock and shit. Come down here, Donald Trump. I ran against you, and you kind of owe me $5 million. And so do you, crooked Hillary, and so do you, Bernie Sanders, and so do you, Gary Johnson. All you crooked politicians are all sleeping with Apple CEOs and Kraft Food CEOs and Taco Bell CEOs and Ronald McDonald and all that stuff. I thought you politicians are supposed to be making life here better instead of spending money on ambulances that you know you clearly don't have. I hope you kids know. You kids might as well send that shit back to China, because at the end of the day, you kids will never ever be able to afford that ambulance with your stupid sales tax and all that, your cigarette tax and all that shit. Your politicians kind of knew that though before they asked China for money and stuff. So basically, senators, governors, and mayors, you people borrowed money from China knowing you couldn't pay those people back. For real, kids. And China, you were stupid enough to borrow us money knowing we could never pay you back. For real. So joke's on you too, China. For real. At the end of the day, your U.S. politicians and your China politicians are both guilty of manipulating the currency and cooking the books and shit. For real. To fit a $20 trillion national debt, man. Well, just like how the lighter's hidden under my shoe, the national debt's hidden under Nancy Pelosi's shoe and Donald Trump's shoe, because oh, we got $1 trillion investment in infrastructure and shit. Whatever, kids. Because you know your bulldozers and shovels and shit are all made in China. So if you kids want to go spend $1 trillion that you don't have and add to the money that you kids already owe, knowing you can't even pay back the shit you already borrowed, America, like seriously? So I want you voter in Minnesota to really think about that when you go to your little Pizza Hut job and shit, that taxes are low right now because your politicians have created a bubble that's eventually going to burst like the housing collapse in 2008 and shit, but it's going to be much worse. And Hillary Clinton won't be affected by it because she's got Swiss bank accounts. Donald Trump won't be affected by it because he's the president. He's got Secret Service and Swiss bank accounts and shit. Come down here, crooked politicians, with the rest of us. Come down here, Chuck Schumer. Come down here, Andrew Cuomo. Come down here, Chris Cuomo. You people would vote for Andrew Cuomo's kid. Be like, oh, he's different from his crooked father and stuff like that. Don't you kids know that children of crooked politicians don't make great politicians? So go vote for Donald Trump's kids. Go vote for the Obama kids. Go vote for Chelsea Clinton. Go vote for those Bush kids. Go vote for those Reagan kids and shit kids. Because at the end of the day, all their parents gave you kids was $20 trillion debt and low taxes and stuff. But one day, kids, just because you can't see that national debt hiding under Pelosi's shoe doesn't mean it's not there, kids. For real. And when that day that national debt does decide to show its big ugly face, you kids are not even going to know what the fuck you're looking at because it's going to be so big you're not even going to be able to comprehend what the fuck that big thing is staring down at you and shit. It's called $20 trillion plus national debt, created by your crooked politicians, supported by you, the American lazy person who came out and protested Donald Trump and then went home after the end of the weekend and shit. You kids should still be out there protesting and occupying and getting rid of your congressmen and senators and throwing normal people in their seats. But no, you kids are going to wait for another 4 years to start doing anything Mind you, it'll be a little late by then, because by then your Donald Trump would have already figured out every loophole you kids are going to jump through and said, you know what, let's just seal that shit off right now and just put a wall over it and stuff like that, for real. And your Hillary Clinton's helping him and shit too. And she's sitting smiling, she's saying, oh, real democracy and shit. Your democracy, Hillary Clinton, got Eric Garner choked out. Your democracy says, oh, I can't sell loose cigarettes. Your democracy says I can't smoke weed, crooked Hillary. Your democracy lets BP oil executives walk away with a big oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico and shit. Your democracy leaves me in debt and leaves you with $1 billion, crooked Hillary. Your democracy lets a Canadian run for president and I get nothing. Fuck you, Hillary Clinton. Come down here, bitch. For real. You kind of owe me some fucking cash. Pay up, Hillary Clinton. Why don't you? What are you waiting for, Hillary Clinton? Like, seriously. Oh, that bitch wants another $30 million before she even considers it. Whatever, Hillary Clinton. I just want you to know on your way home tonight, when you're driving home, bitch, or when your limousine driver's driving you, I hope you fucking crash on the highway, Hillary Clinton. Like, for real, bitch. Vote for me, America. It's Harry 2016 over Marco Rubio, over Bernie Sanders, over Hillary, and over her crooked daughter and shit. Who else? What other puppets are you going to throw out for 2020? MSNBC, because MSNBC picks your candidates. CNN picks your candidates and shit. Who's the 2020 puppet going to be? Rachel Maddow? Because you seem to be in charge of that. Oh, no, you're not in charge, bitch. You just read cue cards. Well, let's ask somebody up a little higher. Rupert Murdoch, who's going to be the 2020 Democratic puppet? Who's going to be the 2020 Democratic puppet? Or Republican puppet, Rupert Murdoch? You're in charge of all those news stations and newspapers, and you seem to have quite a hand, literally, in Washington's back pocket and shit. For real, pulling strings and shit on politicians and stuff, and tax breaks and stuff for you and your news corporations like Fox and stuff. Come down here, Rupert Murdoch, and explain to me how I can't afford a TV commercial on your CNN network or any news or any network on cable, because those people want money from people like Hillary Clinton and Koch brothers. They say, oh, well, if you want a TV commercial, we can give it to you. But we kind of want like $1 million and shit. Why don't you people give me a TV commercial for $50? Oh, because you got people like Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton super PACs willing to pay $1 million and shit. And that's why, honestly, kids, you kids are so fucked, because you got Mexicans willing to do your work for cheaper and shit. Just like how you got news and TV corporations willing to air commercials to the highest bidder and shit. It's the exact thing, but the exact opposite. Your crooked governor worked hard for many decades to keep it that way. Your crooked senator, too. Come down here, John McCain. What the fuck is it that you're doing today, crooked senator? All you people need to be impeached and stuff, for real. No, I want to throw hippie lady in your seat, Nancy Pelosi. She's honest and stuff. Come down here, crooked Nancy, like, seriously. No, Nancy Pelosi, you better cut me a check for $5 million. I ran for your stupid president and shit. Why does everybody else get paid and I get fucking nothing? Come down here, Bernie Sanders, and explain how you think I should just walk away happy and shit. Like, seriously. No, Bernie Sanders, I think you owe me something, for real. You were a senator for 40 years, dude. You had 40 years of staying late like you have in the video I've seen and shit to fix a broken election system. So, Bernie, why is it still broken and stuff? Why are your best friends so crooked? Like your congressman friends and your Senate friends and shit. Like, seriously. What do you governors exactly do? Because you people be like, oh, well, I created 13,000 jobs for my state and stuff. You kids are all hype and shit. That's all money off the federal budget or whatever, kids. At the end of the day, kids, your stupid state of Wisconsin that created 13,000 jobs is not creating anything on the shelves that we buy here in New York. So at the end of the day, your jobs are a lie, Scott Walker, for real. Your economy is a lie and shit, and your cars are still kind of made in China and assembled in America. And so are your Harley Davidsons and stuff. But no, Chris Christie wants to give those people tax breaks, and so does Governor Sarah Palin and shit. Come down here, Sarah Palin. You're in deep shit with those people too. And God's pissed at all you motherfuckers for real, because all you kids are going to hell and shit. Maybe not Hillary if she pays me $5 million. But honestly, I'm not gonna. I'll see that money never for real. Cause I'm not counting on that bitch to bring me a $5 million check. And you know she would be the motherfucker to come down here and be like, oh, well, now that I paid you, like all of a sudden homeless man owes crooked Hillary something. I don't owe you a fucking thing, Hillary Clinton. You owe me $5 million, bitch. Like seriously. I ran against you, Hillary Clinton, because I love America and you love Wall Street. You Wall Street cocksucker. Go back under a CEO's desk and start sucking, crooked Hillary. Whose dick did you suck to be president, Bill Clinton? Like seriously. You politicians are all crooked and need to go the fuck home and shit. For real. You kids would be all like, oh, well, we like Donald Trump and shit. I'll tell you what, kids, sit back and wait and see what the fuck happens over your next 4 years and shit. Because you kids aren't going to recognize this place 4 years from now. Honestly, I barely even recognize this place now because all the small businesses are gone thanks to New York's crooked politicians like Elliot Spritzer and Mayor Bloomberg and Rudy Giuliani and all you crooked Washington insiders made the small business vanish. But you people got money for tax breaks for M&M World and Adidas and Chinese-made corporations like Abercrombie and Fitch and Gap and stuff. You gave those people tax breaks, Bernie Sanders, and you voted for the national debt ceiling and shit. So don't be trying to look like a good guy, Bernie Sanders. These cars are made in China because you allowed that to as a crooked politician and stuff. So I want you kids to really know what the fuck you're voting for in 2020 because obviously you kids have not learned your lesson with Donald Trump. For real. Because if you kids would have learned your lesson, you kids would have shaped up already. No, you kids aren't shaping up no time fucking soon. For real. And in fact, I'll put it to America to shape up never, which is why you'll never see a Washington full of honest politicians, why everybody in Washington and politics is so fucking corrupt and greedy that they can't even see straight. They're seeing quadruple and triplets and shit like that. Like seriously, Hillary Clinton. Come down here, Hillary Clinton, and take a breather and write me a $5 million check. And then we can go for lunch and I can talk about my campaign and how much it meant to me in the city of Chicago and stuff and how their votes weren't counted and how you should kind of apologize to everybody in Chicago and nationwide that voted for me, Hillary Clinton, because, you know, at the end of the day, Hillary Clinton, they didn't want a crooked bitch like you, which is why they voted for me and Penguin, Hillary Clinton. They didn't want Bernie Sanders, who's going to endorse crooked Hillary, who they already hated. So now they voted for me, Hillary Clinton, because I'm 40 years younger than you, probably more.